I'm involved. Will the Detroit Pistons ever lose ever again?
Will Jordan Love throw a touchdown ever again?
Will we wish you guys happy Thanksgiving?
And will be there and will there be a surprise visitor in that Thanksgiving?
Oh shit.
Oh
All that
shit.
and more.
Next on the Scottie and Stowe Show. What up, everybody? I'm Scottie.
What up? Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. This is Stowe.
We are sponsored by, yes, it's open on Thanksgiving. The Good Time Tavern of Livermore, California.
Open every day. We love that place.
I love that place. That's why we keep it open every day. How's Stowe?
Ah, good. Yeah. Someone called me from the tavern and said, "Hey, there's a screw that fell out of the ice machine." And it was an interesting conversation, but I know exactly where it went. We're all good.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't need every screw. That's what I've realized in life.
No, this one we needed, but it's all right. I know where it goes.
All right, this one we needed.
But yeah, so we got a nice
You need the
Thanksgiving
important screw.
show. Oh, yeah.
What?
Oh, no, I was going to say we got a nice little Thanksgiving show coming up. We do have to start off with the Packers and Niners,
As we should.
as we should. And if you guys want to comment down below about whether we're lying about our favorite teams or exaggerating a little bit, let us know.
And if you don't want to do that, just subscribe to the show.
There you go. All right, go Packers. You beat a terrible team. Tell me why it was good.
It's good to just get a win.
Wins are good.
Wins are good. I mean, wins, I mean, they right now it seems like a lot of teams they're like winning some and losing some. And if you just get wins, you're like in a good position. I mean, it does, man. It just I don't see anybody killing it. A few teams are playing really well. Rams are playing very well. Seahawks are playing very well. But after that, it's anybody's ball game. So, and that's in the NFC, of course. And right now we're talking NFC.
Of course.
So Packers getting a win. It's a win.
A boring win. Another
A
boring
boring,
win for the Packers.
literally, I got five. I don't even know why I keep starting Jordan Love. I got 5 fantasy points from Jordan Love this week. I had Trevor Lawrence on the bench who put up 22. That is a difference of 17 points if anybody's doing math.
A
And
cow mistake
I,
right there.
yeah, I would have taken that 17 points. So, yeah, I don't know. Well, I said it. Will Jordan Love ever throw a touchdown again? And I'm starting to wonder if Tucker Kraft was the only reason he had any touchdowns this year. You know what I mean? I'm trying to think, did anybody else get any touchdowns this year? Romeo
Romeo
Dobbs, I
Doubs
think
had three in that one game where I beat you in fantasy. Remember
right.
that?
When you beat me in fantasy, Dobbs, that was just 3 games. So Tucker must have got none that game, or Tucker got one and he got four that game. But apparently, without his go-to weapon, he doesn't throw touchdowns anymore. I'm trying
I
to think.
mean, it was way too easy for him just to hand the ball off to Emmanuel Wilson. Let's
I
be honest. Like he didn't have to do anything to win that game. The Vikings look awful. They just kept giving you the ball.
actually the best thing yeah, they did. The best thing about that game was Emmanuel Wilson. I said it when I was high on him when he was an undrafted rookie. I'm glad he's the second guy on the bench. We keep doing all this other things. I'm just like, how about Emmanuel Wilson? That guy runs really hard. He runs really good.
He
And
reminds me of Nick Chubb like a couple years ago, before his third surgery. After his
yeah,
second, but before his third.
if I saw the undrafted Emmanuel Wilson in preseason and starting throughout the season, I would have compared him to Nick Chubb too. I really like Emmanuel Wilson. I really think he's a solid backup running back when you have Josh Jacobs as your starting running back. And to be honest with you, throughout the season, Emmanuel Wilson is I said it last week. He's had a better like yards per carry, I think, than Jacobs has had all year long.
I feel like that's kind of common with backup sometimes because they get
Sure.
the garbage time stuff and stuff like that. But
Packers haven't had garbage time all year long. It's been an intense season of are we going to win or not win? What's going
true,
on?
even your tie was close. Yeah, that's a
Even our
good
tie
call.
was close. You know what I mean? It was damn close. You know what I mean? It was a tie. So, no, I shout out Emmanuel Wilson this week for sure.
Yeah,
Um,
I didn't have much to ask you. I mean, your defense was all over the place.
Defense looks
Love was
good.
average as usual, boring, boring, boring.
Boring.
But the dub,
Boring.
got the dub. So what are you gonna do?
Got the win. Three interceptions will also get you a win. It's a weird season. Um, no, defense shout out. Shout out Micah Parsons for taking three at one. Yeah, I thought when Aaron Jones like got behind the two tackle and guard and he was pushing two, I thought to myself, that's just ridiculous. How can you give three people to one guy? How can you possibly move a ball down the field if three people are guarding one guy? That means you have left eight for the other 10, and the one is only going to throw the ball and not move. So that is now 10 on 7.
That's a lot of tough math, but I see what you're saying. You can't triple team Michael
You
Parsons
can't
and
triple
expect
team
Rashawn
Micah
Gary and some of
Parsons
these
and
other guys.
expect to get down the field at any.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I mean, what is
So
going on
did
here?
Parsons get a sack or no? I didn't even check. Did Parsons
He
get a
got a
sack?
sack. He also created one of the greatest sacks of the year when he just bull rushed the center and knocked him to the ground, and the guard had to change his direction, and the other guard changed his direction, and Devontae White just snuck around and crushed JJ McCarthy because he was like, "I'm just complete." Everybody has now focused on Micah Parsons, which has happened a lot this year. Rashawn Gary got a sack because everybody was focused on Micah Parsons. everybody, get him. And Rashawn Gary went, oh, go get him.
Yeah.
Shit,
I mean,
hey,
well, we know
JJ.
that's a bad strategy to attack the Packers then. I mean, somehow maybe just run. Yeah, I don't know. The Micah Parsons things, it makes it difficult. Maybe just two guys on Micah. I don't know.
I've seen double teams and holds all year. That's worked. There's been a few games where he didn't exist and it was just a double, better offensive line, but just a double team and maybe a sneaky inside
For
hold.
us, we'd have George Kittle helping out the tackle, and he would do nothing.
Right.
They'd probably line him up inside on us, and he would just run over Ben Barch. But
We would line him up inside on you. I don't think like
yeah,
this week with Cleveland on your 50th birthday on Sunday at the Good Time Tavern. I think this week, and I think Miles Garrett don't give a shit if it's your fucking left tackle at all. You know
I don't
what I
think
mean?
he'll defend the run either. He's just going for sacks now
He's
on.
just, yep, just
We're just gonna gash the Browns on the ground. It's fine.
Oh yeah, I mean that would be your probably best. Browns defense is playing really well. It's going to be an interesting game because I think Shadur Sanders is just horrible, but the Browns defense is playing really, really well. So
And we always have the Brock Purdy versus the weather thing. So if it's bad
there's
weather in
another
Cleveland,
there. You know what?
it'd be another
And
issue. More issues to
listen,
pile on top of
honestly, I'm
issues.
I'm done with the Packers. I think what the Packers have got going. If you want to talk Niners for 2 minutes, give me what you felt, what you saw, because I was once again winning my ESPN fantasy league because of Christian McCaffrey. So go ahead.
Man, we have no qualms in giving Christian McCaffrey the ball every play. It's kind of insane. But honestly, this game I feel parallels the Packers game in a bit. We played a team with a decent enough record, but they're just not good. And like honestly, no matter how many times we tried to let them back in the game, and this I'll wait till you ask me about Purdy later. But obviously, I don't know. For me, this game smelled like if you are outside of a really popular club in New York and you can hear the music, but they will not let you in because of whatever reason. This in this instance, it's because of the interceptions. But I don't know. You could smell something cooking. I'm not sure it's the Rock. I'm not sure what it is, but this team could be close. All in all, though, yeah, it's an 8-4 team. We're right on the bubble. We're hoping we get to play the Bears. We do get to play the Bears later. I believe we might get the Lions as well. So destiny is in our own hands, and I think Brock Purdy will play better. And I think, yeah, I don't know. It's one of those years. We're not that good, but we could still ruin other people's seasons.
Well, I'm going to do a real fist Cowman ball.
Calvin Ball.
Cowman ball.
Let's see what else I got about the Niners. I got Jair Brown breakout game. Hopefully, we are Penn State. He had 2 picks. The one was really good because he actually stopped the quarterback from rushing and then backed up and got the interception. So I thought that was a very nice play by him. Yeah, and then I'll wait till your Brett Favre question. Oh yeah, Trayvon Morig. Next time you punch someone in the nuts, expect to get shot because that's
Okay,
just.
spit in somebody's face. You only got one game too. Would you rather be spit in your face or punch in the balls? I'd rather somebody punch me in the balls.
I mean, both are bitch moves. So let's give them six
Both are
games.
bitch moves, but spitting in a man's face is 1 game suspension. Hitting somebody in the balls is 1 man suspension. I mean,
I guess.
Jesus, you can't spit in another man's face.
Like I
There's
said,
one
they're
time
both.
of the day.
Those
It's
are
not,
both things that you just don't do.
you just don't do. So we've seen like 2 weeks in a row. We've seen two things you should like. Those things should never happen. So all bitch ass moves. So
Yeah, we don't like bitch ass moves.
no, fuck no. So no, let's go. You ready? I'm ready to ask you some questions. If you're ready to ask me some questions,
I got the AFC, so I go first. Yeah.
you go right ahead there, firsty.
All right. Once again, I'm going back to Thursday for my first question. Texans beat the Bills. Texans' third straight win. They're only two back now of the Colts. The Bills have lost 2 of 3. They're 2.5 back of New England. Which team would you rather be at this point?
What are my two teams again? New England and the Texans, or the Bills and the Texans?
The Bills and the Texans.
I would rather be the Texans because defense wins championships, and the Texans defense can play at a very, 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 very high level with Campbell and Huntley, and Stingley, and the linebacker core is very well taught and plays very. I mean, didn't we just watch Davis Mills beat the Bills? So it wasn't Davis Mills that beat the Bills. It was the fact that Josh Allen got hammered and annihilated by the Texans defense. And I believe when you can just stick Davis Mills at quarterback and still dominate who we believe to be the number one team in the AFC, then I'd rather be that team knowing that CJ Stroud is going to come back and that there is some potential offense to be made. And no, I'd rather be Texans.
All right, so
I would
we're
rather
seeing
be
a
the
weakness in the
Patriots if you were asking if it was the Patriots.
no, but so what you're saying is we're seeing a weakness in the Bills, and the Josh Allen Superman thing is no longer carrying his team to the greatest heights. Is that what you're saying here?
Not against a defense like that because no, he just got his ass kicked.
All right, so two things that might make a difference in this question. CJ Stroud is coming back next week for the Texans,
I
and
like that.
The Bills have a fairly easy schedule coming down the stretch.
Okay. I still like where the
Oh
Texans
boy.
defense is heading, and CJ Stroud coming back is nothing but a bonus. So I take Texans still.
Excellent. I like your answer. I give you 8 points.
I was really impressed by that Will Campbell kid.
The left tackle.
The defensive attack. What was the defensive tackle on the Texans?
Will Anderson?
Will Anderson. Sorry. Yeah, I was like, I mean, he
Yeah,
played phenomenal against the Bills
he was everywhere. Yeah. Now Will
everywhere.
Anderson Jr. He's a motherfucking stud.
Yeah, so I mean that alone, and then the guy from the Vikings, Huntley, right? That guy was all over him too. So I was just like, all right, that was scary. Nice try, Josh. So 8 sacks on Josh
Davis,
Allen. 8 sacks
Davis,
on Josh Allen.
you got a stat guy over there? How'd you know that?
What do you mean? Of course, I got a stat guy. It's a professional show.
How the hell you know there's 8 sacks there? That's not something you should come up with. I'm shocked. You ruined the whole show by knowing stuff. What's going on here?
I pay attention, man.
All right, fair enough. Nicely done. Moving on.
I got 8 points, right?
You got lots of points. 8 points.
All right.
All right. Patriots beat the Bengals for their 9th win in a row. Trick me.
Maybe on Henderson, baby.
But the Bengals are playing the Ravens on Thursday night, and Joe Burrow's back out of nowhere. Bengals are 3-8. They have like literally, I don't know, like a 3% chance of. I mean, my math's better. They ain't making the playoffs. Are the
Why
Bengals
not?
crazy?
If
Are the
they beat the
Bengals
Ravens
crazy?
tonight, then they're only 2 games behind the Ravens with a victory on them.
Ah, you're right. All right. So are they not crazy for starting Joe Burrow then? They could win the division. Is that what you're going for?
Ravens are number one with 6 wins. They're 6-5. If I was 3-8, I'd put my starting quarterback back out there. Like, fuck it, we got 5 games left.
Yeah, all right. So they're not crazy.
Not crazy. Why would they be? Why would they be crazy if the Ravens were 11-4 and you were 2-8? Yeah, I would start my quarterback. I'd give him the rest of the year off. But the number one team in it's Aaron Rodgers is injured again. I mean, even if he comes back this week, Aaron Rodgers is still 41 one injury away from 2 more games off. So Steelers might have Aaron Rodgers 2 out of the next 6 games, 5 games. So I'm not putting much money on the Steelers. They ain't got no other receivers but DJ Metcalf. I ain't
All right.
putting
So
any money on that anymore.
If the Ravens blow out the Bengals on Thursday night, do we shut Joe Burrow down?
Instantly, because now you can't win the game. Now
Okay.
you can't win the division at all because now they have that game on you. I don't think they've
Probably.
played each other yet. You know what I mean? Even if you play the last game, you're still a game behind the Ravens. So,
Yeah.
so
Brutal.
because you're only playing for a tie at that present moment in time. They'll be 7-5. You'll be 3-9.
No better time to do it on Thanksgiving, then. All right.
No
Joe
better
Burrow.
time to give it one last fucking hoorah.
Hoorah. All right.
Hoorah. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Why
I
not?
gave you 10 points because didn't realize that was such a layup and spike question. Totally forgot about the division being terrible.
Yeah, they're 6-5. I'm like, wow, it's just
I'm
six
like,
and
all right, yeah,
five
yeah,
with
you're right.
six
I
and
all I
five.
did was look. I looked at the top 10 teams in the division. They all had like at least 6 wins. You know what I mean? I was like, there's no way they're getting over there. And then, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
They got a
but
chance.
I see because I'm telling you, I'm taking the Steelers out of it now because you don't know what you're gonna get, and Mason Rudolph can't go out there
Oh
with
yeah,
DJ Metcalf and one
Steelers.
big giant tight end. I like the big
Steelers.
giant tight end. Don't get
No,
me wrong.
don't get me wrong.
Don't get me wrong. I am making him angry. But
All right,
yeah.
last question. You got
What's
10
your
points. Last question. Shador Sanders and the Cleveland Browns went to Vegas and kind of beat the piss out the Raiders. Does this make the Raiders the most embarrassing franchise in the National
Yeah,
Football
kind of, because he only had like 11. No, not really, because once again, you're going to face that defense this Sunday. And I'm telling you, they're a lot better than you think. And your defense is playing pretty well, too. It's going to be like the lowest scoring, shittiest game ever in the history. Happy 50th birthday. 10 to
League? Right?
6.
19 punts. We're going to set a record for punts in a game.
19 punts, right? He's every punt's a shot. Bad idea, Stoke. Try something else. Dude, pick another one.
Touchdown. Every shot.
Every
Touchdown.
touchdown's a shot. Yeah, nobody's drinking today.
Fair.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, so Raiders shittiest team ever. Yeah, every coordinator's fired in 2 weeks. Skip's gone. Defense coordinator the week before gone. So it's just the gum annihilator left. So it's
Uh,
Pete Carroll and no coordinators and Geno Smith, who's having pretty much the worst year anybody could ever have as a starting quarterback, and Brock Bowers, Superman, Mayer unused,
right. Wasting talent.
wasting talent. Genty unused because they don't throw a pass to him. Um, I'm just, yeah. This,
Yeah.
yeah, this might be the worst the Raiders have ever looked after hiring such a big name coach. I mean, like, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Pete Carroll. Oh my God.
Oh, the Raiders fans were so excited beginning of the
Three
year.
and three and
Genty and
nine
Carroll
later.
and Kobe Myers and shit. They're gonna rule the West.
Oh, fuck. Kobe Myers, Geno Smith, some rookie running back who they don't throw. I mean, they don't, not a lot of screen passes thrown to somebody if he gets any space. Is Travion Henderson better? Is he better than Travion Henderson? I mean, they drafted him way before Travion Henderson, and I'm going to tell you right now, best running back in football who's a rookie is Travion Henderson. But we're
Is
not even Genty at all. Not even Genty's probably the kid out of Hampton, out of the Chargers. If he hadn't have got hurt, he would have been probably the number one. He would have been there right there with Henderson.
for sure.
So number one running back, and that's because both Hampton and fucking Travion Henderson and the other rookie running back all getting little dump passes and shit like that, and being utilized in the way they should be. So I don't know. Are we? Is it? Did I get points?
Yeah, you got 28 for the three.
Oh man, that was good.
Yeah, I got to stop giving you layup questions, man.
Stop, man. Start asking me questions I don't even know the answers to.
Need some tough ones. How many sacks?
How many sacks did
Oh,
Sport?
got that
I
one
can't
right
believe you got
too.
that. Son
Can't
of a
believe-
bitch. Okay. Next topic.
Sort of
Although
next topic.
Eagles haven't looked dominant this year, are they still the team to beat in the NFC? And we're talking,
You say Eagles?
I did say the Eagles. Are they still the
They haven't been the
team?
team to beat for 4 weeks now. You know that.
I don't.
I mean, is it the retirement of Jason Kelsey that makes that big of a difference? It's very possible. We all know centers are very, very important. And without him, they lose a little bit of that flexibility, the pulling, stuff like that. Maybe it makes their offense a little bit more predictable. Um, they had 14 penalties last weekend against Cowboys. I'm going to say that was part of it. And I don't know, maybe that does reflect on the center. Maybe it reflects on the quarterback. But I mean, it was a poor performance. I don't know really where to put the blame.
I don't give any credit to the Cowboys except for the fact that George Pickens and CD Lamb might be number one in the duo receiver group. I mean, I know you think Higgins and Jamar Chase. I keep waiting for at least two of the Packer receivers to be anything like Higgins and Jamar Chase. But George Pickens and CD Lamb, George Pickens looked just like they
If
might.
there was an NFL, if there was an NFL version of NBA Jam, we just started like two receivers. Yeah, you ain't starting anyone but these two right here.
No, I'm just like, damn. I mean, you could be behind. You could be 21 points down and not and Dak Prescott can throw 465 a game, 5 touchdowns. We all know Dak can throw the ball. That's not a problem. That's not an issue.
And I mean, the fact that Pickens and Lamb did this against Quinyon Mitchell, who he just kind of had like
His
knighted as the next like
next
Darrell
greatest
Reeves,
ever
you know what
cornerback
I
of all
mean?
time. Yeah. Yeah.
And he couldn't guard either one of them.
Not one of those guys.
So I mean, yeah, props to Dallas's offense. It was a terrible game by the Eagles once again.
Right.
Uh, I still don't think the Cowboys have a shot. Maybe the Eagles just took a week off.
Oh no, I'm saying the Eagles have taken more of a week off because and the only reason I ask this question is because they beat the Lions, they beat the Packers, they beat the Rams. All these teams are what we see going to be in the playoffs, and the Eagles have experience beating both of them, three of them.
They do.
I just are they still the team to beat? Are they still the is so are they still the team to beat?
No, they're not the team to beat.
All right. 8 points. I think it's the jersey you're wearing. I buy you that jersey. That's got to be a me. I had to have bought you the Bosworth jersey.
I would never buy. Remember, I gave you the list of my rivals. I was like, I would never buy Packers, Cowboys, Seahawks, or Raiders. I think.
Right.
Those
And
are
then
my
I bought the best jersey for every one of those teams. And you were
from
like,
every
fuck,
one of those
man. You
teams.
bought me a Brian Bosworth jersey? That's the coolest thing ever. I was like, is that a Bosworth? I had to have bought
I
that. I
mean,
had
I
no
I
idea.
got the. You bought me the Bo Jackson too. We could recreate the goal line thing.
We could. I did
That'd
buy
be
the Bo
sick.
because I bought you every best one, so you had no choice but to accept it. The Deion Sanders cowboy jersey. Come on,
Oh yeah,
bitch.
yeah, that's it.
You're not telling me you're not taking the jersey? Yeah, all right, I'll take this one. Uh-huh. Now you got a Niner one and a fucking Cowboy one. Get you a Falcon one to complete the set.
Nice.
Might be your 50th birthday gift.
No
Falcons.
more jerseys. Remember, we said no more jerseys.
I know. That's true. All right, that's true. I'm not doing it anymore. I can't buy any more jerseys.
Yeah,
It's
this shit's getting too expensive. It's like $213 for a crappy one these days.
fuck
Fuck that.
that. I'm buying that last George Kittle. You buy me one. We'll put it on the ceiling. We'll be done.
I'll just start doing with like I did with the Caitlin Clark, just buying you the funny T-shirts with the big heads and
Right?
shit.
Yeah. From the logo. All right.
There
Question
we go.
two. Are the Niners better off with Mac Jones or Brock Purdy? And listen, as the seasons change.
I love the as the season change thing because that usually makes kind of a big difference.
It makes
But
a
I'm
huge difference if you have smaller hands and you can't hold on to the football very well and throwing the ball is your job.
right.
So,
I don't know. I'm more of a fan of kind of even as terrible as Purdy is, he makes the rest of the offense play better, and that's kind of a hard thing to explain. But maybe,
okay. I
maybe,
saw a lot of camaraderie shit between Mac Jones and the offense when he came in there with the like last few minutes of the game in the fourth quarter, and everybody was like, "Ah, Mac, fucker, I love you, you bastard. Okay, when are you gonna get back out here, fucker?" I'm just maybe I viewed that differently, that huddle between him and his players when he
oh,
went out
that's
there.
fair. That's fair. And no, I think last week was another aberration. I mean, literally, he was just like a split second behind both of them, or both those first two interceptions were touchdowns.
Okay, so
And then the third one was a really nice play by a really nice cornerback, and I got to give him props for that. But yeah, no, he was just a little bit late on the first two. Like Shanahan said in his press conference, he made the right read. He was just footwork a little bit slow, a little bit late on the release. I believe Purdy does make the better plays, the better throws. And I mean, the amount of times he scrambled for third down, first downs were that many times more than Mac Jones would have done it. And so I agree. I think Purdy's the guy. He's our guy.
okay.
Regardless of the money, he just looks better on scary downs. And when the playoffs come around, there are more scary downs.
You're not concerned
Oh, and
about the passes over 15 yards, 6 interceptions, 1 touchdown. You're not concerned about that. That's a outrageous number to be so lopsided to interceptions to touchdowns. So 6 interceptions, 1 touchdown on passes over 15 yards.
he's just shaking off a little rust. No big deal.
Just, you know what? Shake off the rust. Shake off
I
the rust.
mean, he
I
played the
did I did ask as the seasons go on, as the seasons change, as I think about.
no, and I worry about that, but I don't think you can worry about that. As a fan, I could worry about it, but I don't think as the quarterback, the manager, the general manager, or the coach, you can be like, "Oh, you have cold weather issues." That can't be a thought process, and if it is, you spent $55 million too much.
We gonna find out. We
We're
gonna
gonna
find
find
out
out.
With Mac Jones sitting on the bench. We gonna find out. I cannot give you 10 points for that answer because I'll give you 9.
No, well,
I
because
love that you stuck with Brock Purdy, but you
it's a
consistently stick with somebody I don't think is gonna win you a Super Bowl.
no, that's fine, and I don't think we're winning a Super Bowl this year either. But I mean, I'd rather
Well, you're running out of time, Joey Bosa's best friend.
I'd rather rock and roll than Mac Jones.
That's tough.
I know. Well, I made my decision. Let's roll with it.
All right, last question, simple question. Where has the South gone?
I mean, are people wearing less cotton T-shirts?
I think so. Less wife beater tank tops, I believe.
They got rid of all the big statues down there, so they don't feel as
They
cool.
just don't, they're not there anymore. They don't exist. Is that what happened?
I think so. The power of the statue is gone, so now I don't know. No, Christ, I mean they've had terrible coaches in that division for how many years in a row now? At least the
Although they
NFC.
haven't had a headline. Bruce Arians was the last like true football coach.
Yeah, once Sean Payton left, it was just a bunch of Canales and Pittsburgh Steeler offensive coordinators and shit like that.
Douchebag for
Um,
the Saints. Who was a douchebag for the Saints? We both hated.
I think what happens is I mean, is Arthur Blank still in Atlanta? Maybe just all these owners are just getting to that age where they're not making the right decisions anymore.
The
You know what I'm
Jerry
saying?
Jones of the who is the Tampa Bay owner?
I
Isn't
mean,
that
if I'd
like isn't that
had
like
to research
Gloria
it,
Stefan? And oh, that's like Miami. I don't know who
yeah,
Tampa's owner is.
no, I don't know.
He had to be some poor millionaire though, because he came along in like the wrong time of football. Not very like Jerry Jones bought the Cowboys for like 699,000 or some shit. Or
Yeah,
million. Micah
so,
Parsons makes more than that
per game.
per game. So I'm just saying. I don't know. I
I don't even think there's much of a conversation. I mean, they have some good players. I mean, the Falcons have drafted Drake London. I mean, maybe they just forgot in the South that you have to start with the beef. You know what I mean? They've lost all their good offensive linemen, defensive linemen. Most of the teams down there don't have a good pass rusher because they keep drafting kids from Florida State. I don't know. It's
yeah,
a
I
good
mean they
question.
just don't seem to exist anymore.
I blame NIL money.
NIL money, you think that's to blame for the loss of the South? I mean,
Sure.
Tampa's fallen off the map, even with Baker Mayfield. I
Nah, that's
like
just injuries.
Mbuka, but there's just, they just seem to be not the same team they were last year. The Falcons just are always the same team, and they're not as good as they should be. And Carolina showed brilliance, but at the same time, probably can't win a
Oh,
real
they're just
game.
bad. They're just bad. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And the Saints are just back to the eights. I give you 10 points.
Yeah, I know. I'm just putting the L up.
Okay. Yeah, you got 10 points though. That's a good score. I mean, you're right. I mean, what's going on, man? The South just sucks. I mean, we used to get one good team. At least the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had been somewhat relevant for the last 5 or 6, 7 years since Tom showed up there and kind of put him back on the map. And then Baker showed up and that kind of put him back on the map.
Right? I mean, we used to have Dirty Bird, and Carolina's been in Super Bowls, and Drew Brees, and all that shit. But
And
yeah,
now
now
they're
they're
just like not a
and
very good division at
they
all.
get they get good picks every year too.
It's you know what, and it's not like next year they're going to be the best division. That's not the case. We've seen this. You know what I mean? We're like the NFC West. You're like, that was a bad year, and the next, it's like Jesus Christ, Rams, Seahawks, Niners, all of them are good. Jesus fucking Christ. Or like the North is done in the last 2 or 3 years, where it was like, well, there's the Packers and nobody else, and the next, it's like fuck, everybody in that division is fucking good, except for the Vikings got rid of Darnold, which was totally the dumbest fucking move they could have ever made because it seemed to work. And I bet you Daniel Jones is the quarterback in Indianapolis 4 years from now because they are not going to make the same mistake they did by letting both Sam Darnold and Daniel Jones go. That's the Vikings had both Sam Darnold and Daniel Jones on the team at the same time. And Daniel Jones said, I think I'm going to give it a try in Indianapolis. It's more money, and I might have a better chance of starting since you drafted the superstar. And Sam Darnold went to the Seahawks.
Daniel Jones was on the Vikings.
Yeah, he was a third string quarterback. They had Sam Darnold, J.J. McCarthy, and Daniel Jones. And Daniel Jones said, I'm going to go try out with the Colts. I think I got a better chance of beating on Anthony Richards than I do beating out J.J. McCarthy. And he left to go to the fucking Colts. And
So he went
we
from
all
the
know that
Giants.
Sam Darnold, that
Wait,
whole
so he
Sam,
went to the Giants, to the Vikings, to the Colts.
yeah.
That's crazy. All right, I didn't know that.
The Colts, well, the Vikings picked him up as a third string quarterback. And then during the whole process of the summer and all that bullshit, Daniel Jones chose to think he could beat out Anthony Richardson.
He
Go
did.
Vikings.
Good job.
Yeah, right. Totally failed there. I can tell you that much. All right. You got a performer of the week there?
Yeah, I did one. Well, I got three performers of the week. Detroit Pistons, since we skipped NBA, but we don't really care. NBA is doing whatever. Pistons are killing it. We'll
Oh,
skip it.
we did skip NBA. Knicks are still winning. I mean, Brunson's back. Losing him was a shocker so early, but he's back.
Right. NBA misses Wemby. I have surprises. Miami and Toronto in second and third in the East, and the Mavericks and Clippers are like 4 and 12 in the West. Those are kind of surprises.
Yeah, but they were really. I mean, wasn't impressed with the Clippers last year. I don't know how they made the playoffs, and I mean, so I'm fine with them being
They're
gone.
finally too old. Thank
They're
God.
finally too old. Let's move on from them. And then the Mavericks, they're in turmoil. Cooper Flag's a one. He's like been there like for 2 weeks. That kid will be the face of the franchise in 4 years.
I know. He had a very nice game this week, 29 and something, something. So, yeah,
Yeah,
nice thing by him.
I think drafting Cooper Flag is probably the saving grace of that team because you can move on from the two old fuckers that you picked up in Kyrie and Anthony Davis. You can move on for that. I seen the Knicks are interested in Anthony Davis if he pops up. You know what I mean? And I don't think it's for much of a trade. So it's just paying his salary.
You guys could use a little shakeup. Why not?
Why not? But and then we'll have two centers that get injured all the time. Mitchell Robinson and no, maybe we can trade Mitchell Robinson over there because we can't have two centers that are gonna be injured all the time.
They could
Carl
both play
Anthony
half the time.
Towns, Carl
Perfect.
Anthony Towns don't play true center because he don't play true defense.
His
So
vertical, his verticals like he's big.
yeah, right. But he can shoot the ball good and he's a good scorer. He's the I don't know. I don't know what he is actually. He's a good scorer. I know that. I
Good stuff.
happy to have him. Kentucky Wildcat all the way, baby.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, man. I love Kyle. That'd be the only jersey I'd be like, you know what? Kentucky Wildcat and a Nick. All right, I got a Towns jersey. I'm gonna buy one of those in a medium. That'd be the only Wild Nick jersey I ever wear. Even
Nice.
though I never wear a jersey, so it's just kind of weird. Why you buying a jersey? You don't wear them. Hanging on the wall or some shit. So I don't know. I think that, season's young. Let's make some moves. We could change things up, but we still making the playoffs. Where the Knicks at fourth?
Yeah, I think everyone's tied between fourth and eighth. They all have like the same amount of wins, 8 wins or something.
Right. That's fine. There you
Yeah.
go.
I'm pretty sure the Warriors took the week off, so no need to talk about them this week. The big thing is Kaminga, trade him. He's worthless for us, so we can get a piece for him. I still love Kaminga. I think we should trade Steve Kerr and get a piece.
I think you guys should trade Steph Curry to the Knicks
Yeah.
for Mitchell Robinson. Former of the week, man. Give it to me.
All right. Well, although Christian Pulisic scored the only goal in the Milan Derby to beat Inter Milan 1-0. Yeah, USA, my boy's the man. That must have been nuts in fucking Milan. That shit must have went nuts. I'm going to give my performer of the week to Katron
Going
Allen,
ball.
University of Penn State's all-time leading rusher, passing, people like Franco Harris and Kajana Carter and Blair Thomas. And hey, Cal, can you tell me the last two people that he had to pass to get to this top of this list?
Saquon Barkley
Was third.
and
Yeah, you're never going to guess it, but guess somebody.
hold on. Don't say that to me. That's unfair. That's a mean guess. I am the cow.
You
So
are the
Saquon
cow.
Barkley, and you said Kajana Carter, right?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, don't take too long now. 5, 4, 3, 2. It was Evan Royster. You're trying to
Oh man,
Google.
Evan Royster, really?
Yeah.
Really?
He was part of Penn State's like worst 4 teams, but he was the only good running back we had, so he like got the all-time rushing record. Yeah, kind of crazy.
Evan Royster really is he the
What?
number one? Was he number one? Evan Royster was the number one rusher on the Penn State of all time.
Yeah,
The cow is blown away.
yeah. He never had
Evan
to chair
Royster
it.
is I can't even believe that.
All right, who's your performer of the week, Mr. Cow?
It's me. I got this house cleaned. I got grandma here safely.
I
I
love
work
modest people. That's awesome.
I work 6 days in a row, 11 hours each day, delivering mail to the human beings of Benicia. and some of the non-human beings. I know. I've seen them. So, yeah. Um,
All right, so good job, you. What you looking
I think
forward to?
so. I think if you look down at it in the end, I'm like, wow, man. And you got your mom here safely after driving from an air at the San Francisco airport at 4 o'clock in the afternoon back to Benicia. How long that take? That's 2 hours and 50 minutes to go 35 fucking miles. I'm pretty sure it's me.
That was our online bitching segment. Thanks, Scotty,
Yeah,
for that
right.
one.
What are you excited for any day past this day?
Oh, well, we got Champions League tomorrow,
Where's
and I
that
have
cow
to
at?
and I got to make my new gravy. I went to Alaska this last summer. I know you know about that. And the chef there told me a new way to make gravy.
I know
So
about it.
I'm going to give that a whirl tomorrow. Just one time, and if it doesn't work, I'll just go back to the regular stuff because it seems to work every
Are you
year.
gonna practice it before you bring it, or just bring it on a whim? Just fuck it. I'm taking a chance.
No, no, I'm gonna do a little version and then see how that goes. And if it works, I'm gonna make a big version. And if it doesn't work, then I'm just gonna make the regular big version.
Okay. So
Yeah, just,
you think I should go get the cans in between like work and work
nope,
tomorrow?
absolutely not.
Okay. All right.
We are good to go. Yes, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna test it first,
I did
small.
I did not get bread and artichoke dip this year. Do you think it matters if I didn't get bread and artichoke dip for the appetizers? I got shrimp
I don't think you care. I don't know. I don't think it matters.
and I got regular rolls and I got a big bag of them. And then my son went, Uncle Stowe's going to be embarrassed to be at the party if there's none of these Hawaiian rolls.
What?
And I was like, what? Where did you do you think Uncle Stowe would choose Hawaiian rolls over actual sourdough rolls? And he was like, Uncle Stowe's gonna be totally pissed off.
I mean, if
Like
we're doing pulled pork for Thanksgiving, I want the Hawaiian ones, but
I was like, okay, buddy. I'm pretty sure if we're just putting butter on the roll, these little sourdough rolls with turkey on them are gonna kick ass.
I mean, when I see the rest of that food, have you ever even seen me eat a roll?
No.
I don't think I've ever even eaten a roll on Thanksgiving.
So I
I'm
was
like
like, are you really
turkey
like
gravy, potato.
so what I had to do was I had to throw away my 36 pack of sourdough tiny rolls or French little French rolls, little French like little French circle rolls.
Giving them to some homeless people or something.
No, no, I didn't throw them away. I what I did is I bought took the 36 pack and I bought the 18 pack. So the 36 pack was $7.99. I said, that's fine. 36 pack for a little tiny, like rolls you could cut up and put a piece of turkey on and make a sandwich instantly. It'd just be like a turkey sandwich. You know what I mean? Like a little turkey roll sandwich.
Absolutely.
And then I took his little 18 pack of Hawaiian rolls after his bullshit story about his Uncle Stowe and how he wouldn't show up to the party if there wasn't Hawaiian rolls. I was like,
Man, I am mostly Hawaiian.
I don't think that's true about your Uncle Stowe, but whatever. And I knocked mine down to 18. So I bought the smaller pack of good rolls, and then I bought these little processed Hawaiian rolls. And I went, all right, well, here's your little processed things. And I bought these ones from the bakery. I went to the bakery and
Right.
got little tiny rolls. And then he used you to buy new rolls. I was like, what the fuck? Did you just use Uncle
What?
Stowe to get Hawaiian sweet rolls? He's like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I think you can do that.
Sneaky fucker. All right.
Yeah. So
What's
let
going
him
on here?
know when you show up next week or on Thursday, look at him and say, I don't even like Hawaiian sweet rolls. And he'll be like, shut the fuck up.
I'm just
Just
gonna be
go with
like,
it.
fine, sweet rolls. I'm on to your games.
Yeah, right. I see what you're doing.
What
Hawaiian
you're
sweet
doing, here,
rolls.
buddy.
Dad, we're not getting these rolls. Uncle Stowe's not going to show up. I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure Uncle Stowe's going to show up just for the beers and the fucking football games. I don't think he gives a
Oh,
fuck.
yeah. No, I don't even need food.
Yeah, right. He's not. You know what? If I just had beers in these football games, he'd probably just still show up. What
Absolutely.
are we eating? We're gonna get a pizza later. Sounds good.
And on that note,
Uh, I'm Scotty.
happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Thanks for making it to the end of the show.
If you did, thanks.
You did